You don't realize you are about to die. What you notice first is the wind. Not a breeze, not a push. Wind so hard it feels solid, like something heavy leaning into your chest. Your balance goes before your fear does. Your feet slide, your body tilts forward. For a fraction of a second, your brain decides this is normal. You have slipped before. You have stumbled before. This feels like that. Then the ground stops behaving like ground. Your arms fly backward, not because you throw them, but because the air will not let them come forward. The noise hits next. Not loud, dense, thick. It presses into your head and vibrates your teeth. Your vision shakes, not from fear, but from force. You try to inhale and nothing useful happens. This is the moment you cross the line. Not when something breaks, not when pain starts. When your body enters a system that does not allow exits. By the time your brain understands what is happening, you are already somewhere you cannot come back from. And the mistake that killed you did not happen now. A jet engine at rest looks harmless in a way that should make you uncomfortable. It is large, yes, but quiet. Circular, empty. A fan inside a metal ring. People walk past them every day without flinching. There is no instinctive alarm, no evolutionary memory whispering danger. That is because the danger is invisible. A running jet engine does not behave like a blade or a fire. It behaves like a vacuum with ambition. Before it burns fuel, before anything ignites. It moves air, vast amounts of it, relentlessly. The engine does not pull you in. It convinces the air around you to leave, and your body follows, because your body is mostly air wrapped in skin. At first, nothing hurts. Pressure is not pain. Wind is not pain. Losing your footing is not pain. Your nervous system is waiting for sharp signals, tearing signals, heat signals. None arrive. So the alarm does not sound. Your brain still thinks this is fixable. You lean back. You try to step away. Your muscles fire commands that make sense in a human-sized world. The world you are in is no longer human-sized. The sound gets heavier. It stops being something you hear and becomes something you feel. Your chest vibrates. Your jaw buzzes. The inside of your skull feels like it is humming. Thoughts begin to fragment. You cannot hold one long enough to finish it. This is when your brain does the math. This is bigger than me. But by then, the equation is already solved. The human body is very good at escaping danger when danger has edges. A cliff has an edge, fire has heat, an animal has teeth. You can run from those, you can fight them, you can react. Air does not give you anything to react to. There is nothing to grab, nothing to brace against. Grip strength becomes meaningless because your hand's close on emptiness. Muscles require resistance to work. The engine gives you none. Your arms pin backward, not dramatically, but inevitably. Your chest compresses as the pressure around you changes faster than your lungs can adapt. You try to breathe and your diaphragm spasms uselessly. It feels like breathing during a car crash that never ends. Panic tries to start. It does not get very far. Fear requires time. It requires context. It requires your brain to understand the situation long enough to label it as terrifying. Your brain is already falling behind. Your inner ear loses coherence. Up and down, stop agreeing with your eyes. Depth collapses. The engine inlet stops looking like an object and starts looking like absence. Like a hole where the world should be. Something strange happens here. Something disturbing. Your brain tries to normalize the experience. It does this all the time. People normalize explosions. They normalize heart attacks. They normalize being shot. The brain hates chaos. It will invent calm if it has to. You may think, very briefly, that this is a malfunction, that this will stop, that someone will grab you, that physics will blink. It will not. Inside the engine, the scale changes instantly. Air accelerates to speeds your body has no reference for. Pressure drops unevenly across your face and chest. Your sinuses feel like they are collapsing inward. Your ears do not pop, they fail. The sensation is not sharp pain. It is a deep, crushing fullness, like your head is being packed tight from the inside. Your heart responds the only way it knows how: faster, harder. Blood pressure drops as your cardiovascular system tries to keep oxygen flowing to a brain that is suddenly being starved of it. The brain hates that more than pain. When oxygen delivery falters, the brain does not scream, it dims, like a room with a failing light. Thoughts lose edges, sentences fall apart halfway through. Time stretches, then folds in on itself. You are still conscious, but not fully present. You may see flashes at the edges of your vision. Flickers, patterns. That is not insight. That is neurons misfiring as oxygen levels drop. Your body is now fully inside a machine designed to shred birds at altitude. It does not care that you are not a bird. This is where injury begins to happen faster than your nervous system can translate it. Tissue damage does not register cleanly when the brain is overwhelmed. Signals arrive late or not at all. Pain, if it exists, is incomplete, fragmented, like hearing someone scream underwater. From the outside, this looks violent. From the inside, it is oddly quiet. Your ability to form memories is degrading rapidly. The part of your brain that stitches moments together is being starved. Experiences still occur, but they do not stick. There is no story forming, just sensations appearing and disappearing without order. You do not get a final thought. That idea is comforting fiction. There is a point in every unsurvivable event where the body stops experiencing and starts reacting. This is that point. The higher parts of your brain lose authority. Automatic systems take over. Heart rhythm, blood vessel constriction, emergency reflexes firing without supervision. You are no longer the one driving. Consciousness does not vanish cleanly. It flickers. You are present for a fraction of a second, gone for the next, then briefly back again, confused, unable to understand what you are seeing or feeling. Fear never fully blooms. It cannot. Fear needs context. It needs time. You have neither. At this stage, damage occurs faster than perception. By the time a signal would reach your brain and be recognized as pain, the tissue involved is already destroyed beyond usefulness. This is not mercy, it is limitation. The human nervous system has a maximum bandwidth. The engine exceeds it instantly. From here on, awareness is no longer in control. There are moments, very brief ones, where your body is still alive, but you are no longer meaningfully present. Your brainstem keeps things going for a short while. Heartbeats, reflexes, electrical noise, but the part of you that experiences, that understands, that feels fear or hope or regret is already slipping offline. If there is sensation, it is disorganized. Pressure without location, noise without source, motion without direction. Time collapses. What looks like several seconds from the outside may register as less than one from the inside. The brain's internal clock breaks under extreme stress. Memory formation shuts down. Experience compresses into something too small to examine. This is where people imagine unbearable suffering. What actually happens is worse in a quieter way. You lose yourself before you lose your body. The worst part of dying in a jet engine is not the violence. It is how brief your awareness really is. There is no prolonged screaming in your own head, no extended terror, no cinematic struggle. Your brain does not get the luxury of understanding what is happening well enough to be horrified by it. It simply runs out of the resources needed to remain you. From the outside, it looks catastrophic, loud, chaotic, unthinkable. From the inside, the experience shrinks until there is nothing coherent left to experience. And that is the detail people do not expect. Not that jet engines are powerful, but that the human mind, so good at anticipation and fear, does not get to tell itself a story about this. The story just stops. The engine does not kill you. The air does. And it does it without noticing you were there at all. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe to our channel. Enjoy the next video.